this was pretty much the moment I noticed that something wasn't right. And little did I know that this bug was a lot bigger than I thought. To trigger this bug, you're going to need a touchscreen laptop or a tablet or phone. If you're using a mobile device, you're going to need a Bluetooth keyboard or a wired one to try this. After you've done that, you're going to need to enable full keyboard gameplay in order for this to work. When you want to open a box through a wall or from a distance, you're going to have to open it up by tapping on the screen, and then after you've done that, press escape on your keyboard and then walk away from the box and look around with your arrow keys only. If you tap on the screen again, it will reset and you won't be able to interact with the box. So when you do that, you can press E to interact with it, or Q to break it. This works with pretty much every block that I know of. You can place down blocks using this method as well. Entities work a little bit differently, however. If you hit an entity or hit the air, it will place a point right there. So when you go to press Q to hit an entity, it will try to hit that area again. It's the same thing as interacting with the chest, but instead with the chest, it's hitting an entity or the air. The point will follow you, but it won't rotate with you. So if you try hitting behind you and then turning around 180 and try doing it again through a wall, it won't do it because it's trying to hit something behind you, not where you're looking. It's where you previously were looking instead. I'll show you a video that explains it a little bit more visually, so it's more easier to understand. When you interact with the box, it will create a raycast, which is the arrow going from that player's head to the box, and then the box will open. Or when you use the keyboard, it won't go from touchscreen to keyboard and mouse controls, because you're not using a mouse. And because of that, the raycast will stay in the same position it was last when you press the interact key on the keyboard. However, when you're using the mouse and keyboard controls, it will update the position of the raycast every time you go to punch or interact or anything. However, when you hit an enemy or hit the air, it will create a point where you hit them last, and it will stay there, and every time you go to punch again in that spot, it will hit that point. That point will follow you around, but it will not rotate with you. And yes, this does work on servers, but it may get you banned, so I do not suggest it. I did go on a server and tried it against myself, and it does work. It's just, I wouldn't be worried about it because this doesn't really benefit you much, other than allowing you to slightly annoy random people. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in the next one.